Hey everyone, this is WeirdWin911. Welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Re-Chain of Memories. Last time we got into the game, watched cutscenes for how fucking long? And now we're in Traverse Town, doing actual gameplay stuff. Unfortunately, we're still in tutorial mode, but it gets over and done with within this first world. Okay, I realize that's not all that great, but better than Kingdom Hearts 2? But I guess they do need to teach us about the weird overworld mechanics and such. I'm just trying to justify this game, because okay, I've touched upon this in the last episode, but there are plenty of people out there who, like, wholeheartedly believe that this game is a piece of shit, and I don't blame them, because honestly, this is a thing of personal preference more than legitimate quality. Nostalgia over objective view on the game. So, yeah. I don't have a problem with it. That's why I'm willing to play it for you guys. Anyway, what's going on now is that we're going over the room creation mechanics. Since you saw that battle there, it just goes to show how the fighting works, like how the code guy showed us, and that they dropped a room card. What does that room card have? I actually think it had Tranquil Darkness, but it's the same thing as what we're actually going to use. Moments Reprieve, map cards. What do you do with them? Well, when you get to these doors, you pick the card that meets the criteria of the door. In this case, it would be the Moments Reprieve. And then when we get into the room, ta-da! The room turns into that which the card dictated. So that's the main gimmick of the gameplay and exploration aspect of this. You determine what rooms you go into with the map cards. Now, I'm pretty sure this is also going to be a pressing concern. Since this is sort of a game that takes you out of the exploration to get you into combat, how am I going to handle cutting battles? Because there are definitely going to be battles that are pointless. Well, I already did. I went back into that room and grinded by going through and killing every enemy that's in there that appears in one single wave. As you can see, I'm already level 4. Leveled up 3 times. I should probably level up on screen sometime so that I can cover what level up mechanics there are, but maybe later. Now, as for what I'll be doing on the board, well, I don't want to cut out every battle, since the battles are part of the game. I kind of want to authentically show the game off. So, what I'm going to do is show off one fight per room. I think that'll be a good compromise. Anyway, I guess now is a good time to go over the enemies. This is a Shadow, plain old Mook. It won't give you much trouble. You'll see it throughout the game, but the cards it pulls aren't very high value. Now, why that's important? We'll get to that. They're not very strong overall. They only take a few hits to beat with the Kingdom Key, mind you. Kingdom Key is the weakest key in the game. So, they're not too terribly bad. Nice enemies for the beginning of the game. Anyway, let's see what I can get here. Doors emblazoned with the crown are special doors. They need the key card to open, and I do have the key card. But it also requires another card. What card that'll be? Let's go with Sorceress Walking. We don't even have magic in our deck yet. Our battle deck, I mean. And this'll take us to a story event. Now, not legit cutscenes, otherwise I would have already shut up. But it's these text box cutscenes. These are almost always going to happen in the middle of the worlds. Like, you don't normally get the voiced cutscenes in the worlds. That only ever happens on special occasions, which won't happen for a while. So, enjoy me talking in a JRPG for consistent amounts of time. Who'da thunk? But anyway, we appear to be in the 3rd district. Donald and Goofy were summoned by the cards, and Pluto's here. I mean, we did follow him here, so I guess it's justified. Yep, right there. Well, we followed Pluto here, and Pluto was with them, Donald and Goofy, in Traverse Town. Don't know where he went afterwards, but I don't know. Doesn't matter too terribly much. One of the cards that you can get in the game, well, in the middle of battle, are Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. Those are friend cards. And they will help you out in battle, kind of like summons. I mean, did I use any of the friend cards in the battle I just showed off? I don't think so. Those were just shadows. So they aren't entirely worth using friend cards. But we did use it in the tutorial battle with the coat guy, so I guess it's justified talking about them. And hey, look, it's Leon! Hi, Squall! With long hair. Looks like a 25-year-old biker. How you been? Except, he doesn't seem to know what's going on. He believes that he's in Traverse Town, and he doesn't remember us. What in the fuck? Dude, we did like so much together. Back in the first game where everything was glitchy, but we were the amigos. Come on, man. Except by Deus Ex Machina? Not quite, but for reasons, he knows our name. Right there. Boom. Proof. Solid proof. Yep. So, strange what's going on here. Claims to not remember us, yet he knows our names. So, I guess Castle Oblivion is fucking with everyone. I mean, that's the only explanation. And he thinks something's wrong with his memory. At least he's not giving us the ellipses. He's much more talkative. At least that's what happens when he looks like he's aged like 7 years. And it's Yuffie. Hello, Yuffie. Why are you important? I guess literally the only point is that they're characters here, because none of the things that happen in the world are important. As I said before, it's like not even with just the Disney worlds, like even, well, okay, granted, Traverse Town is literally the only non-Disney world until we get to the late game, but that's where plot needs to progress in the worlds, and that's when it starts getting important. But still, plot in Traverse Town isn't important. It's just get to point A, get to point B, but get to point C. That's pretty much the entire game, so the exploration aspect isn't really all that fleshed out. Which is one of the detractors that I have discussed for some, but I mean, at least it doesn't take too long, I suppose. Like, you don't really have to go out of your way for much. There's still things you have to go out of your way for, but it's not really... it's not anything you need. I'll just say that. Anyway, Leon is giving us another tutorial battle! God damn, we're still in tutorial mode. And he's explaining the card rank mechanic. Basically, the cards are ranked from 0 to 9. And the card ranks determine how much priority your move has. So, 9s are obviously the best, from 1 to 9. However, well, as soon as he stops talking about card break, the card break is essentially what happens when a card is played that's higher than the card that's already in play. I feel like I'm talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Whatever. Okay, here we are. Cards with 0 as their value are special. You can break any card, any combination of whatever with a 0 card. But you have to play it after the enemy plays their card. Otherwise, they'll be able to break it with anything. So it's kind of your ace in the hole, I suppose. I wouldn't really recommend using it for general combat. It just happens to be in the deck at the time because this is a tutorial deck. And in the main deck, it's the last card, so I should probably reorganize that, actually. Anyway, stock. Okay, well, because I leveled up, I happen to have a slate. So, when you stock 3 cards using the triangle button, you get to do fancy things, like use the 3 stocked cards, woots. If you don't have a slate corresponding to your card combination, you just do a combo. Otherwise, you do slates, which he's finally talking about here, even though I got to it about 30 seconds prior. So those are the dynamics of the battle system. It's certainly more strategic than Kingdom Hearts 1, because with Kingdom Hearts 1, you almost were always mashing X. Unless you were dodging, of course, that is always a thing, but here you kind of have to think about what move will be useful at the time. So, once again, a detractor, since you have to take things more slowly than in other Kingdom Hearts games, and I guarantee you, every other Kingdom Hearts game is faster paced in combat than this one. But it sort of brings its own level of strategy to it, which makes it better than how people are perceiving it. I'm not trying to say that this game is like a masterpiece. No. But it's definitely not the horrendous piece of shit that people are making it out to be. Anyway, wait a minute, what? Could have sworn well, whatever. Anyway, while we're here in the pause menu, I might as well put in some cards. Put in the Simba card. Let's put the 0 card after everything else. That's always a good strategy because you're always going to be using the card that precedes the reload card. But then if you shift the 0 cards to right after the reload card, no, right before, I suppose, it makes it a quick access thing, so that if anything comes up, you can break it easily. So that's what I like to do with the 0 cards. Anyway, I can put in one more 4, so I'm gonna do that. Can I put in this 3? I can put in the 3. Alright, straight up pimped out my deck. I swear to God, that's a mispronunciation away from a sexual joke. I'm gonna not delve into such a sexual joke. But now we're in sleeping darkness and oh my God, look at this. Everyone's asleep. Might as well take you on. So, as you can see, and as probably will be in the initial wave, next we have the soldiers to cover in terms of enemies. Soldiers are a bit of a pain. Like, their card values are a bit high, but it's nothing you can't handle, because you obviously have a 7 in your starting deck, so that card should never be broken by anything. As for the red Nocturnes, those are fire elemental as always, so Blizzard is their weakness. And they're a pain in the ass too because they have 4s, and since most of your deck is 4 and below, Yeah, that cancels out a lot of your actions. However, they go down in a single combo if you can land all 3 hits, so it's not too bad. Anyway, let's check out this Key of Guidance cutscene story event. I'm just calling them story events because cutscenes are voice acted. So it's just us to clear up some confusion. Anyway, now we're in the abandoned house right next to the 3rd district. In terms of the architecture of Traverse Town, you'd think this wouldn't really be all that much. But I guess they needed to bring back this place somehow. Anyway, hello Aerith! Why are there so many goddamn Final Fantasy VII characters? Even Cid's gonna be here. We'll see him soon. And here's Sora talking about all the escapades we had with these guys. In Hollow Bastion, steal the keyhole. We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other. I don't know why I read it in the inflection of Sora, even though Sora was the one quoting Leon, but I don't know, honestly, the whole importance is the quote, really, because they're just delving into memories, and I remember you, but I don't remember you, and it's the hearts, Kingdom Hearts, but of course they had to bring in a bunch of shenanigans on the heart into this conversation, as they usually do. I mean, I don't think there was much in Kingdom Hearts 1, but they certainly are going to start doing this. I'm going to say a whole lot of stuff to basically say absolutely nothing in the later games. I mean, I feel like this is where it really started, because 2, it was at acceptable levels. I mean, because well, I mean, I guess this was in the original Chain of Memory script, but yeah, 2 was at acceptable levels, I'd say, but then Birth by Sleep. If no one watched my Birth by Sleep playthrough back when that was still up, so thankfully I can't say if you watched my Birth by Sleep playthrough, because that would end up with me rambling again how my past playthroughs were pieces of shit. So I'm just not gonna touch that. But just to sum it all up, to bring it back into what this conversation that's happening on screen is all about, that's where they start getting way over the top on saying a lot to say nothing. Anyway, we were just discussing how, I'm trying to find someone here in Castle Oblivion. We're not in a castle, we're in Traverse Town. Oh, god damn it, of course in-universe people wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. Hey. Alright, back in this room. I think we can end this episode here. So next time, we're going to be stepping into this room and going to the 3rd and final story event. So, this has been Weirwoodwind 911. Thanks for watching this episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Re-Chain of Memories, and have a great day.